welcome everybody to the NVIDIA GeForce Cup Pacific India Qualifier Phase 1. I'm Shadeslayr. Joining me is SK Please. And it is time for day 3. We've had 2 days of awesome Counter-Strike action. Yeah. And it is time for the weekend. That means 2 things. Lots of CS.
Yeah, well, lots of games.
Yeah.
We've already started, I think, our first game, which is going to be Fidato versus Mahim. They've already gone live into the map, so
so we're quickly going to jump straight into that, and we're going to have a 1v1 situation. In fact, SK Wav and UN C4's down as first round does go to Fidato. Okay, big shout out to all the sponsors. Title sponsor Colorful, executive sponsors AOC Gaming, Kingston Technologies, Thermal Tech, and of course NVIDIA. Also for all the viewers tuning in, don't forget you can win 250 INR worth Steam wallet codes every single game. All you got to do is share the stream with the hashtag FramesWinGames. That's pretty much it. So go ahead, hit that like button, hit that share button, as we do have a Fidato going to 3 Galils, a couple of SMGs as well. C4 is slowly making its way towards the A-bomb site. We have Juven, aggressive top mid, and Nepu gets a small peek there into trying to take down Rawful, who's already found one, but there are 2 more CTs up, and CT finds one. The Scout, will it be able to find more? Yes, it does. He does find one more, but Star gets taken down up at Connector, and that should be the call for the save, unless we already have Fidato chasing the last player down 2-0, and this should be the second eco coming through, $2,500 across the board for the CTs. We did see VGS Mahim have a convincing victory in the first round of this tournament. Let's see if they can pretty much make their first gun round work and continue where they left off the last time around. Here we're going to see a push towards the B-bomb side. We have Star and Minu. Should be a pretty standard clean up onto the 2 CDs, unless they can hit some nasty shots with the pistols, but I don't think everyone's even got upgraded pistols at this point of time. Bad PR has already taken some damage with the USP. Nepu's there as well. C4 goes down, and a pretty standard anti-eco there from Fidato. No casualties, and I don't see a point why they would even chase for the 2 remaining CTs, unless they want to try and put some money on this SMG on Nike Zera. Nepu does get taken down, and actually Bad PR is the one who did go down. Nepu's still up. Just the P250, nothing much to save, as Hey guys, looks like we're gonna have a small tech pause coming through. We will take a quick short break and we will be back with the rest of day 3 action live from the NVIDIA GeForce Cup Pacific India Qualifier Phase 1. Don't go anywhere. All right, sorry about that, guys, but we have a quick restart back in, and the action is about to resume. We have VGS Mahim starting on the CT side, 4 sets of armor, kit onto Nepu, while Fidato will be starting on the T side. They do have 1 smoke, 2 flashbangs on spawn, and they're inching towards the B-bomb site up at apartments. Minu is trying to jump spot this, and he's gonna see players come across flashbangs as well. And Minu's trying to retreat back across. Star's gonna miss the shots. So does Minu, and Fidato convincing entry onto the B-bomb site in lockdown. All 5 players. Bad PR taps away to try and find an opening into this. Window smoked as well, and Nepu can't find the heads, and he's gonna be left alone. They're gonna go charging, and he finds 1, 2. All right, maybe a start of things to come.
Not bad. Nepu actually fought back there, but that execute was just perfect right there from the side of Fidato. I think it's an experienced side. We're looking at the way they actually rushed that bomb side B. What do you think? You think this is...
The first flashbang in blinds him. The second player who's playing up close CT, he was caught on transit trying to fall back, and at that point of time, there was pretty much the B-bomb site compromised, and looks like they're going to go for a quick B hit yet again. This time they have 1 AK, 4 SMGs, but no change in strat. Mino blind as a bat. The flashbangs come in. 1, 2, 3 in position, and 4 USPs. I think at this point of time, the CTs just need to group up together. There's 4 SMGs in play, a lot of money to be made here for Fidato, and VGS can straight up deny that.
Yeah, and just looking at the pace of this game, I think it's one of the fastest, most explosive starts we've had in this tournament. Fidato, she's crazy push onto B, and I think the execution, again, like I said, on point.
Yeah.
Just looks so crisp. Very wonderful to see a team of this caliber in this tournament. Now, this is their first game for Dato, and if they progress, they are going to move to round 4, since they did get a bye in the first round.
Yeah.
Right, and let's see if VGS Mahim, I mean, this is a team that's already played 2 games in the tournament, so they have
done really well.
They've come back from a 6-7 map deficit the last time they played as well, so we cannot count VGS Mahim out. But Fidato now 2-0, and VGS Mahim going for that full buy. Let's see if they can make anything of this.
Yeah, they're going to go with the 4 M4s and the AUG onto Star. No kits out though. They're going to invest quite a bit into utility. Again, this has been a discussion that has gone on forever. Do you go for the better guns, or would you rather have utility and kits? And VGS Mahim here just decide to go for the superior firepower. Let's see if that is going to come back to hurt them a little later, as Fidato is going to set up for an A hit right now. We have just Yuven, who's playing slightly outside of under Palace, and Nepu in off-site. There's Bad PR, who's currently up at connector, rotating back across, and Yuven is going to see some action come his way, and they're just going to mow them down. 2 kills in, and Nepu, he's going to hear the T's come across, spots the feet there as well, and Omkar is left all alone. Just the Glock switches to the M4, about 4 HP, almost an impossible task there. Does find the one. But
T technically didn't buy, right? They just continued with what guns they had the previous round. So in a way, it is economy still on their side. So now they're going to go with the full buy, full utility, and let's see if they're going to go B or A. And both the sides seem like... Oh, but CT did lose out the M4s, the 2 M4s, and you can see that hurts them. They've picked up 1 AK from the side of Fidato, but that's about it. And again, force split towards A. Just next Zera, who's going towards B and going to create that distraction, or see if he can lure some players from the CT side and waste their time.
Look at this though, Yuven. He wants to peek above. There's a small hole in the smoke up towards A main, and he's going to peek towards the T side. There is raw fuel on the other side, so good that Yuven actually didn't make the push. Oh, he gets spotted. Can he win this fight though? Yes, he will. But there's Omkar, who's just going to continue pushing ahead. And pretty unconventional play, but it's going to pay off huge. And with that now, it's going to be down to Bad PR, who's all the way up at CT spawn. There is Star up at Sniper Nest as well. But it's the C4 down man advantage for the T's, and it's a very hard retake indeed unless they can find some frags right off the bat. Minu does find one. This player's decently spread out though from the T's, and it's going to be hard to isolate these into individual duels, but they're going to attempt this. Minu's down as well, and Stars alone up at connector. Flashbang across, not even going to matter as Nake Zera takes the W for Fidato there, and VGS Mahim can't make good on that gun round, and that's going to immediately put them on an eco SK.
Yeah, so this is going to be difficult now for Mahim to bounce back. Fidato looking really strong and confident. That site and that defense in 3 split. I mean, they pretty much got every entrance to that site covered, and there's nothing much Mahim could do considering they'd used most of their utility. But this is looking pretty crazy. We saw what Grace did yesterday.
But this time
do something about it. Nope, UN's just going to pick up
He
one.
does not have the weaponry. Yesterday though, as far as I remember, Grace did have the Swag 7, but the pistols do decent amount of work. They're bad pure with the T1T's 2v2. Now this is possible, but oh no. He needed to find another one there at least. But Nepu now with the USP. That's gotta be 4 crisp headshots. And without armor, he's gonna suffer quite a bit from the aim punch as well. 1 flashbang to work with. Time's not on his side, does not have a kit, so I think he's just gonna try and maybe take one of the AKs away. Not
nope.
gonna be possible.
SK wow, they're just picking up Nepu. No armor, like you said, so it's pretty tall order, but bad PR. He was like on point there with those deek shots, and economy again. They can go for a full buy. No ops in play as of now. They're still going for that AUG and 4 M4s, and on the side of the T's we see the 4 AKs and the Krieg. Again, this is like Fidato's pace is just impressive in this map. It's just like attack, 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 and we see 2 guys already pushing out mid from the side of VGS Mahim. Can they get any information? Bad PR will be the first one. Doesn't spot out anyone. He has to move back. So there's Nate who is faking bomb site A, but I think the call has come out. Bad PR is going to run towards bomb site B, and Minu, they're not able to trade. Oh, he does get one, but the site's going to be open now. Bad PR is going to open up with another kill onto Omkar09. The bomb's been dropped. UN is in short.
Yeah, UN is in short. Nepu's all the way on the A-bomb side, so he's not going to be able to respond back quickly. UN is going to have to do this alone. 1v3, he spots the shoulder of one. Oh, should have had at least one there. He spotted Spawn as well as SK, wow, but couldn't.
Yeah, that was unfortunate, right? The trigger discipline. I think he could have gotten some more information before he pulled the trigger, ends up whiffing the shots, which kind of gives away his positioning.
I think they could have just waited there for like 10 seconds for, in fact, Nepu to make that rotation across, at least to mark it before they did go for that retake. But seeing his teammate go down, Nepu decides to hang on to the M4. No kit, no utility. Would have almost been impossible. They might have been able to find 1 or 2, but finding all 3 kills and the defuse was a tall order. And Fidato just continues to build the lead 5-1, and CTs rightfully call a timeout. They need that reset. They've got that 1 solitary round, but besides that, they haven't really had too much go their way even in any of these rounds, SK.
Yeah, true that. 5-1 is again difficult to come back from, but at the same time they just need 1 or 2 good rounds, which they did get. They picked up the first round pretty significantly. I think it was round 3, right? So they did take them down, and it is possible, but I think it's the pace at which Fidato is playing. It's just complete attack, and they really can't, unless they do like a 5-on-5 proper duel or they just call out a side. There's really nothing they can do when 5 T's just rush at you and blinding you every single time. And again, bomb's gonna move towards A.
And there is no money as well on the CTs, just the saved rifle from Nepu that is sitting at the A bomb site. Raw Fuel makes an early play towards the B bomb site, but he's tagged down though very low, and Minu is taking some damage there as the push eventually comes through from Spawn, and he's going to push in towards the side. Goes for that one tap, but he's going to get tagged back down by Star. There's 3 CTs here. He might be walking into a trap, but eventually Spawn will give a haircut to Star right there, and I think that is mission accomplished. They spot out the fact that there is a CT stacked all the way up at the B bomb site. They make their way, but look at UN.
Oh,
he's gone for the backstab with the deco and slipping the shots.
UN's just got the best positioning, but he just cannot get those kills to make them count.
Yeah, he had the deagle there. No, I agreed, not the rifles in play, but still, that should have been a kill done and dusted. And Bad PR is pretty much left to his own here. 6 HP on Raffle, but he still wins the duel. And Fidato continue to march on. Pretty easy anti-eco there. Would have been hard if they did not spot that B stack. If they did end up losing 2 players without any sort of trade, VGS could have had a way back into that round, maybe salvaging the rifle and the AK all the way up at B. But as things stand, VGS will go for the buy, and this time it's a complete switch up. They go for the double op setup, and the first shot from Minu is gonna be off target, and that might just be the entry in. The AWP point blank range doesn't really achieve much, and he's whipping the shots there, close range as well with the AUG, nothing going their way. And with that, now 2 players up at market, but the smokes are down, Planters down, 4v3. I think you just save the AWP at this point of time. You probably give it 10 seconds, and if you can't find a pick off, you back away, and that is what Mahim called another fast play towards the B-bomb site. Flawlessly done, and that AWP, we saw that peak all the way from truck. He absolutely had to get that first kill. Missing that, more flashbangs coming across. There was just downhill from that point on. 7-1. And
oh my god, Omkar, there are 4 frags this round. He is gonna go for that 5th kill as well. Nope, Nepu is the one guy who's completely hidden himself in Palace, but they do lose the op.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be unfortunate for them, and Omkar really
that was a lot of investment.
With that Craig, he's got 11 frags on him, which is pretty impressive. It's very good.
This is, of course, another problem when you don't manage to stack rounds on the CT side. Having the economy down means you don't have that utility to fend off pushes. Early plays, fast plays, you can do nothing about them unless you can win some mad duels. But Fidato right now are just playing textbook. They've got nothing to worry about. Nake, Zera up at Palace. There's Spawn pushing in as well from A main. And it's actually going to get a free pass inside. Nake Zera gets the pick off onto the player there up at stairs. Spawn gets caught trying to drop some utility, and that's going to send the T's back towards the B bomb side. There is Minu close range, but he's going to turn around, get that instant pick off. But Star has just got the CZ, not the ideal pistol for that range. Juven, does win the duel, eventually bring this down to a 3v3, but there's a T who's coming in for the flank through mid. And 2 CTs up at the A-bomb site. They recover the AK onto Star, and Nepu's going to continue to hang on to the M4. And I guess this is another call to save Fidato. Just continue to roll with the punches, SK.
Yeah, it's just like you said, textbook CSGO, every execute not even being contested at this point in time. They've just got free reign of every site they've taken in the past 9 rounds, and just the one time they've been shut down, which means Fidato is another big team that we really need to watch out for, considering that they are just very dominant, and it is VGS Mahim. That's a good team. It's not like one of the newer teams that are in the tournament. JHS have picked up very convincing 2 matches before this.
Yeah.
But looking at them move, I mean, there's still a possible comeback. I mean, it's CSGO, right? We saw, I think it was GG well played yesterday, string together those 8 or 9 rounds for the comeback. So it is definitely possible. Let's see if Mahim's able to work something out, or
And especially in BO1s like this, I think momentum plays a very big part. you just string 3 or 4 rounds together, and once we do have that switch up over VGS Mahim on the T side, if they can control the CT economy like how Fidato did this entire half, they're gonna find their way back into this. But they're gonna have to start picking up rounds right now at the end of this first half. There's still 5 rounds to go after this, and they want to try and get as much as possible. Nake Zera is going to sit up at underpass as the needs do come through. Yuven playing up very passive inside a sniper nest, and the execute comes in towards the A-bomb site. They push through, and Rawful's going to get the opener onto Nepu up at CT, and we see the desperation rotations across. AWP coming towards CT back again. See if he can spot SK. Wow, no smoke towards CT, and that's going to give Bad PR maybe an opportunity into this. There is a smoke towards jungle, but that's pretty much it. But Minu able to catch Nake Zera unawares, and I think they will continue to push this 2v2 though. They're gonna slim the numbers down, and Minu needs a mad spray here, but SK Wow somehow manages to matrix his way out of those bullets coming his way. And Fidato, another round in the bag. VGS, another buy, just not going their way, and they're gonna be back onto pistols. They need plan C, they need plan D. We talked about teams not having a bit of depth in the strats, and I think that is being exploited here, as you're not seeing any variations in the CT defense thus far. There's just Minu alone. He's being full blind, but he does find out. Ooh, not bad at all. Lands an interesting 1D back out, but I guess that's just a small blip in the attack, as Backyard is left alone with his scout, sent back to the grave at Market. And Fidato, in the blink of an eye, just hit double digits, 10-1. VGS do buy up, but the problem here has been VGS hasn't really shown any sort of aggression on the CT side, and Fidato have shown that their execute is just far superior. They've been winning most of the aim duels as well. VGS, it's not that they've not been given these aim duel opportunities, but on most of these occasions, it has been Fidato always with the numbers advantage, and it's always been VGS eventually in that 2v3, 1v3, 1v2 situation where the percentages just favor the T's. VGS, let's see if they change something up in their defense setup right now. We have 3 towards A, pretty standard. AWP in that direction as well. Bad PR taking it towards connector, but Spawn holding a defensive position. Let's see if he can get the jump. Ooh, the flashbang. He's crouched up, so Bad PR doesn't really see this. See if he can land that quick flick though. Spawn not really too interested in pushing up aggressive towards mid. He might catch Bad PR out of FOE, but Bad PR lands that flick across, and VGS best possible start. They get the man advantage. Smoke's coming in, and Rawful gets taken down in the act, but that was a fake across. They instead moving back towards B, and Star is in position with the AUG. They have the crossfire set up as well, and Nake Zera is just all alone. C4 in control of the CTs, and eventually VGS Mahim get a good round down. That was all on the back of that aggression towards mid, where we did have Bad PR find that opener onto Spawn, setting things in motion, and eventually that B hit doesn't really even materialize out of apartments, as VGS Mahim second round on the board, but they've got a long road way back into this. They need to find at least 2 to 3 rounds in this half if they are to give themselves a realistic chance of getting a shot in that second half, as we do have Bad PR back onto the AWP. This time it's going to head towards the B-bomb side. They're going to commit 3 early here, expecting early aggression from the T's in that direction, and we're going to see exactly that. That was, I think, Minu opening things up Star finds one, Spawn finds the other, as we have a push through short, but it's a cleanup. Nexer has just taken so much damage just from the Molotov alone, and Fidato, this time their fast play doesn't work out, and they're gonna eventually get a switch around themselves in their game plan as they pull out the AWP for the first time this match, and it's into the hands of SK Wow. Let's see if this is gonna be a mid peak. I don't think he has the spawn for it though. Instead, I think it would be ideal to just take a peek towards B instead. We've usually had players either go for that jump spot or onto the truck right there, so he might be presented with an opportunity if one of these guys decide to play up aggressive. SK Wow peeking towards mid. We did see Bad PR show intent the last time around to push mid aggressive, but this time it is aggression towards a ramp. But there's no tease in this direction. The ones that are is Umkar, who's holding up defensive up top. And Raffle is going to be smoked up here at Palace. Let's see who wins the battle of patience right now. We have a Bad PR, and he pushes up, he spots Omkar Nepu, who's giving away the noise cues right there, and they managed to find themselves in a man advantage situation yet again, as SK Wow peeking towards mid is not gonna spot anyone just yet. Nexera standing just outside of connector, but there is Star holding connector down. He's got the AUG. He's been patrolling all the way from Sniper Nest back towards Con, and Nexera will be able to sneak up, and he finds the opening right there, timing in favor of the T's. And now window is compromised. We have 2v3 situation as Minu coming in through short, does spot out the first player. He's gonna try and make the jump, and the jump pays off. Nexera completely not expecting that, but both the T's right now, 2 AWPs being held all the way from A slope. SK Wow gets spotted, but he hits the shot regardless, and Juven finds one. Spawn peeks out. Spawn has been an absolute monster with the AWP in tournaments of yesteryears, and he shows us that he's still got it in him. 11-3, Fidato pull around back, and VGS Mahim are gonna be heartbroken. They look like they had sort of like a momentum build there with those 2 consecutive rounds, but reality sets in. AWP back out though, they're gonna have a pretty strong buy-in. 5 kits, full set of utility, moving into the last round of the first half, but SK Wow, he knows this push is coming. Oh, the timing! He peeks out. If he had held that angle for a split second more, he would have had a pretty much Bad PR walk into his crosshair, but instead he's gonna walk away scot-free, and this time he's again looking towards A main, but there's Spawn holding the angle. Not the person you want to take this peak up against. We have seen this exact aggression come out last round as well, so Fidato are going to be ready. Flashbang, nope. There's no flashbang setup, and Bad PR spots the player up at Palace as well. Should have been the second kill, but as soon as he misses that, there's a smoke coming in for some cover, and we have Raffle just drop down. He's going to expect the player up at A ramp, but doesn't win the duel regardless. Down to a 2v2.
Okay, look at SK Wow's position there. Oh my god. Absolutely devastating position, and it seems, I think it's like more of a confidence play running these 2 ops in. And you look at the frags, right? It's the most well-balanced team we've also seen till now. 11, 12, 13, 10, and 13. It's clearly, there's no single player that's insanely good. Yeah. Everyone is actually evenly matched up, and that shows in the result of the first half. 12 rounds on the side of the T's, and just the 3 on Mahim's side. This is going to be a pretty difficult uphill task for the side of Mahim to even come back from, because considering, you know, the rounds that they did have full buy, they were just losing aim battles left, right, and center, and the double op setup is just like, it shuts them down.
And they did try the double up setup themselves, did VGS Mahim, but unfortunately, you need to win those opening duels.
Yeah, I think it's more of a skill based where these guys cannot find the openings or the shutdowns that are required. But you know, it's a switch of sides. Let's see.
This is the round for VGS Mahim. They need to win this if they are even gonna have a chance of getting back into this, as mid control coming in from VGS as they get the Molotov towards Sniper Nest, and we have start pushing up connector. It's a mid split 2A,
Minu finally
and Minu finds one.
So I'm guessing this is a plant for them, but no, bro, fool. How is he getting these shots? And just like that, they turn the whole. All right, Minu.
Yeah, Minu taps out. He says, you know what, we need a reset back out. It is 1v2. It is still just 2 bullets away from making this happen. But aggression from Spawn just shows confidence right there. 2v1, you think, hey, we have control of the C4. We don't really need to play aggressive, but that is the expected play, right?
Yeah,
so Spawn says, you know what, the T is going to expect us to be guarding the C4. Let's put some aggression and take the fight. And with that, VGS Mahim back on an eco. I think that's the right call here, not to force up this round. They want a good shot at starting that consecutive round wins if they are to get back into it, and they're not going to do that with inferior weaponry. Right now, they've got, what do they have? They don't even have one flashbang onto Minu, and it's just gonna be a straightforward flash, jump in, hope for the best sort of a play. But we've seen how that has worked out previously for squads. Not ideal, to say the least. There is a smoke down, but Bad PR has pushed up ahead of the smoke. So CTs might not be ready for this hole that I thought they are. They totally are.
Totally mowing down, and Minu, the last remaining member. I think this is another round to the side of Fidato. But Minu is just...
Minu trying to just pad his stats right now. Oh, he's getting 2. And he's just trying to mind game the CTs right now. He's like, you know what? I have no armor. I have just the Glock. But I'm going to take as many kills as I can. But 14-3, this is where VGS Mahim is out of any room for error.
Yeah,
this is it. It's do or die.
Yeah, it's do or die right now, because this round goes to Fidato. I think they will close out the round, the match, and move VGS Mahim to the lower bracket. It's gonna be difficult considering Mahim just played 2 really good games, and them getting shut down this hard is kind of surprising to me.
Yeah, I mean, I did favor Fidato going into this game, but little did I know there was gonna be pretty much a Fidato show here in the first game of day 3 of the GeForce Cup. But looks like it is gonna be again an A hit coming through. We have Nexera sitting here. SK Wow is also holding in from connector. Spawn sitting up at CT. So they've put 3 CTs towards A bomb site, expecting an A hit coming through. T's right now, I see a smoke towards mid, but yeah, that's just a sort of a distraction thrown across. But it is A where the bomb is heading, and they're gonna have to hit some crazy shots if they are to take this round here. 48 seconds remaining on the clock as they make their way towards the A bomb site. First spot comes across, but it is a quick cleanup. Nexera completely ignored up at underpass, but Spawn has the crossfire set up. Nepu needs 2 more though, but it is Omkar pushing in from jungle, and it is Fidato onto match point. 12 match points. VGS Mahim, they need to find 12 consecutive rounds to try and force OT, and they're not going to have any sort of bank here for the first one.
Yeah, I think this is done for the side of VGS Mahim. Just a single AK, see the desperation. Unless, Bad PR can pull out something from the bag and get an ace. I don't see this round going onto the side of Mahim, and Fidato should be comfortably taking
I like the fact that they did not go for SMGs. They instead went for armor, and they went for upgraded pistols. Because if they win some of these duels and get some of the guns of players from Fidato, with armor, they're going to give themselves a realistic chance. And this lone AK is making its way towards connector. It's going to have to start to get work done. As Minu ends up going down, the T is rotating all the way back towards the A bomb site. It's just Bad Pyar here alone up at connector. And as soon as bodies start making their way through A ramp, I think that is when Bad Pyar is going to have to explode, and he's going to have to find at least 2 and get some of those rifles onto his teammates. That's going to be a pretty tall order indeed, as Spawn finds a first up at Palace. The player up at Connector gets taken down as well, and Juven is all alone with the Deagle. He's not finding the kills. He's out of bullets, out of time, and out of luck, as it is 16-3 in favor of Fidato in the first game of day 3 here at the NVIDIA GeForce Cup Pacific India qualifier phase 1. SK, thoughts on the game?
Complete stomp, I feel like, because like I said, the pace at which Fidato are playing right now, that's something the other teams have to watch. If they're watching this game, they really need to try and counter that, because constantly, time and again, whether it's bomb side A, whether it's bomb side B, on the T side, they really played insanely good CSGO, and their execution was on point. The players, like I said, a very well balanced team, no carry as such from the other teams, everyone playing their part, and this looks like a very strong roster moving in, and they are going to move towards round 3. One more win and Fidato will secure a semi-final slot, and after that it's up to the finals. So yeah, they just have to secure one more win tomorrow, and they should be good to go.
Yeah, and VGS Mahim have shown us that they're a very strong squad, but this is where their hard run through that lower bracket begins.
Yeah, it's not over yet. I'm just looking at the lower bracket. So Mahim's going to face Addiction Cyber Cafe tomorrow, and actually today itself, I feel like they are going to face. So they have another game. Yes. Other than that, I mean, looking at the loser bracket now, I see X-Axis, I see YOLO Esports, GG Well Played, EXE, Arcade Gaming. Some huge names now. United and Battlegrounds just started. So even the lower bracket in this tournament is looking pretty star-studded. I hope they can fight back from the lower bracket, and Mahim, gets a second shot at taking Fidato on, maybe in the finals. There's always a chance.
Always a chance indeed. So don't go anywhere. We will take a quick break. I think the next match is already on its way. Let's quickly jump into that. See you folks in just a bit. right, we are back here with the second game of the day. We have United 88 going up against Battlegrounds. Games are already live as we have United 88 get themselves up to 5, Battlegrounds sitting on 2, and I believe that is going to be the CT economy in pieces right now despite taking the round. They should be able to put up a buy here with some SMGs in play. Actually, they have M4's AWP, okay. So, wasn't as bad as a buy that I had expected. While on the T side, we're going to have 3 AKs, the SG, and just the MAC-10 onto Robin. As we see some aggression towards underpass. No one from the CT side here, it's just Space who's sitting above at B short. Smokes being lined up towards B, so we'll see some B smokes. Let's see if this is a fake or we will see an actual hit materialize here. We do have Regal boosted up onto a truck as smokes come in from both teams. Regal's gonna fall all the way back for a second, but he's showing in some patience. But Regal through the smoke sees the tracers, and he finds the kill. Does take a lot of damage in return though, but it is the man advantage. And the T's, they're not backing off. They're going to continue pushing this. There's a counter Molotov coming across as well, and that's going to stop the push straight in its tracks. A small opening though, and the CTs do try and find another, get a little greedy, but Jamanek, he's just standing his ground, exact same spot. That's a little risky. And T's still continue to hang around at B apartments. They haven't really fallen back just yet. Robin just checking for backstabs, and now that it is clear, I think with the CTs having rotated and moved into position here up at B, I think Battlegrounds are going to slow things down back, but it's 15 seconds only, and that is the call to save. He's not going to be able to move the C4 back in time towards the A-bomb site to get the plant. Robin is into the site. It is empty, but there is no time. The T's just get stuck there at B apartments. The smokes coming in, the Molotovs coming in, the 2 frags on the entry as well, and Battlegrounds, they do eventually make that decision to turn around and head back towards the A-bomb site, but I think that was a good 5 seconds late. There was no chance that they were getting the C4 inside in time. Right now, it's Jamanek back, getting some free fires across with that SG towards the A-bomb site. And Nobisuke, aggressive up, needs coming across, and Nightmare pushes through straight into the crosshair of Nobisuke, who is totally up for that challenge. And Dawn's tab, what's the play? Smoke's gonna fade, but he's gonna win the duel. Pretty unconventional miss there from Nobisuke, but he gets caught with the nade out in hand. They're gonna continue pushing through here towards the A-bomb side. We have one player up inside the smoke, the long spray across. Not good enough, but they find him in transit, and Troll's taken up at triple. Takes down the 2 remaining T's, and Battlegrounds cannot make good on that gun round. United 88 have built quite a bit of momentum right now. They've picked up 5 of the last 6 rounds. And with that, the heavy Battlegrounds back onto an eco. They try and contest up towards A main, but it's an exercise in futility as the pistols, unless you get that sweet first opener headshot, you're not going to win that duel. And peek back across with the AWP. Hulky wins that duel, and underpass, they're actually going to contest Hulky back out. His position's already known. Not the space they want to move, but Nightmare, not that they've had too many options there to work with as well. And no recovered weapons. P250 in hand. Hulky with the USP wins that duel, and it's a pretty easy anti-eco there. Battlegrounds will be back on the bye. Jamanek with the AWP. 12-0-7. Man has been the standout player for Battlegrounds thus far, but he needs some of his teammates to back him up a little bit better. Moving ahead as with that big green, let's see if he can make an impact here up at mid. He goes for that pre-fire almost onto Hulky, who was in fact not even peeking out of window right there. Heading back in towards the A-bomb site. Quick push through. There are a couple of players in here. Trollsaken sitting pretty much in default, while Nobisuke is sitting up at Sandwich. In fact, 4 players up at spawn. Jamanek moving into Palace. And this is gonna eventually be an A hit. The T's are making no jokes about this. They're just gonna go head up and they win the fight up at Sandwich. Trollsaken does get the trade. He needs to get the second and he will, but he will eventually go down to the flames. But has he done enough? I believe he has. Space spots the C4. Robin's here as well. Guns out and he will find the second. Dahaka eventually will be able to trade back out from Palace, but he still needs to find 2 more. 1v2. Smokes available. I think he should be smoking stairs at least now. It's risky. Eventually will be able to get that information on Regal's whereabouts without taking any damage, but 2 nades, as I say that, straight to the face, down to 2 HP, and I think with that this round is pretty much done. 30 seconds remaining. C4 in control of the CTs, and the call comes in to save. Money's not looking great on Battlegrounds either. I believe they will have max round loss bonus after the end of this one, but it's at a point where Battlegrounds need to change something up drastically. They've been pretty much doing the standard A smokes A hit, B smokes B hit, but 2 rounds now consecutively. They've not wide for mid control at all. We've seen one of the snipers head up towards mid the last round. I believe that was Jamanek. Takes a quick pre-fire across, but then he falls all the way back for that A-ramp execute. No mid control. The CTs are pretty much in their comfort zone. They can just sit where they are right now in the sites. They're winning the duels, and they don't really need to change anything. The onus is on Battlegrounds to change something up, to try and make this happen. And it's the scout onto Jamanek. We have, the push through Trollsaken up towards Palace. It is John Stab. He's being spotted and he will win that duel. There's another player trying to make his way in. Jamanek with the scout. Wants to make his way back in the nade. Is it going to get it done? No, it's not. Jamanek able to trade 1 for 1. And this might be a window of opportunity here for the T's to exploit. But as I say that, a push through Palace. In fact, is there another CT heading there? Now, CTs are back up towards the A-bomb side. Hulky is in fact peeking towards mid, expecting a rotation across. So it's just Nobisuke here. Nobisuke rather. And Hulky's moved into position. AWP not in time, and the smoke comes out towards Palace. Needs to be ready for Nightmare pushing through as well. He's gonna fall all the way back at connector, drops the Molotov out. Plant coming in default. Hulky with the AWP. What can he do? Through Palace and wait, what? The trade comes in. I thought there was a couple of members there from Battlegrounds, but I think I kind of missed one of the players going down, and the last one, it was a pretty straightforward trade there. Player coming in from CT, able to trade the player at Con. United 88 onto double digits here, 10-2. They will have the full buy out though. AWP onto Jamanek. Flashbangs out. Peek across, but he's gonna miss the opening duel. That was Regal there sitting in with the AUG. He did have backup from Nobisuke as well, pushing in aggressively through mid, and he looks like he wants to continue pushing this. 2 players up, he's gonna find the first. And will he re-peek back out? He will, and he'll get the second as well. The T's are in shambles right now. Hulky re-peeks out with the AWP. He drops the AWP on the T's as well, and they're just in tatters right now. Robin and Dawn Stab 2v3. C4 in control of the CTs. Space spots the player out. He's missing a few shots. Yeah, eventually will find the head, and leaves it all down to Stab. It's 53 seconds remaining, but 1v3, no utility, no C4, no luck. And he's probably going to try and see if he can maybe find an AWP or an AUG and try and upgrade over. But it is Regal, and he's going to win that duel. 15 HP. Comes out on top, and United 88. How many consecutive rounds is that? 7 consecutive rounds, 9 of the last 10. And Battlegrounds, I think, are back on an eco here. They're not going to have enough to invest in AKs and armor. I think the decision is, yeah, this is the absolute best. Put some money behind upgraded pistols, get armor, some SMGs as well. Jamanek is their AWPer, and he will just invest into a P250 and save most of his money there for the next round. There are 2 more remaining rounds in this half, including this one. So Battlegrounds, with that max round loss bonus and the average $1,000 that they're carrying across, I think they should be able to muster up a full buy regardless of the result of this round. While United 88, they want to put this beyond reasonable doubt right here. Win this 2 remaining rounds, win the pistol, and that is pretty much game, set, and match. Smoke's coming in towards the A-bomb site. That second smoke's off target though, and Hulky is going to be able to peek through A main regardless. But the players have pushed across, and the shots land. 1 down. Hulky's taking a lot of damage though, but Troll Seiken able to trade. They're still down to a 3v3. And Donstap ends up going down as well. Spray across. Regal's gonna win one fight, down to a 1v1. He knows where Robin is. Robin, he spotted his head out, and Troll was ready with that pre-fire. Last round of the first half, and Battlegrounds can buy into this, but they need to start racking up rounds. They're far behind, 10 rounds behind, and soon slowly running out of any room for error to work with as well. He jumps up. Oh, Jamanek! Nicely done indeed. Crouch peeks into A main, and he wins the duel. Space goes down as well. So a 2-man advantage. Nightmare does get taken down up at mid. And where are the T's right now? The T's are heading back towards the A-bomb side by the looks of things. Rotations coming in fast though from Troll Seiken. Nobisuke is sitting at default, and he drops the C4. That is massive. And they're going to drop the flashbangs as well. Buy time for rotations to come through. Jamanek is spotted. Nade's going to hit him hard as well. And he gets taken down. Push across. That is a fight win, but Dahaka sitting on only 14 HP. Pre-fires across. They know exactly where Nobisuke is, but it is Regal who forces inside, wins that fight up, and Robin switches to the AK. 1 nade available. That is it. 50 seconds remaining. C4 in control of the CTs. 2v1, and Robin's going to change his approach. He's probably going to head back towards mid and back up from connector. And the CTs, I believe they're going to play in and around the bomb. They're going to set up a crossfire, which is not the ideal angle to hold if you're coming in from connector. Person playing Firebox should be fine. Nade, in fact, towards Firebox is going to connect, bring him down to 68 health. But that Tracer is going to give away his position. And Robin's been spotted as well. He's pre-firing the wrong side. 10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Timer is out. He's not even going to have money. If he does not die before the timer, 4 seconds remaining, he's going to offer himself up. Never mind, it was the last one of the first half, so didn't matter there at the end. So surprised that he actually waited that late when he did not connect in on the early pre-fires. But Jamanek's effort, 16-0 and 2, not enough in this first half. 13-2. And we're going to jump into the CT side. Pistol rounds on the go. Smokes towards Sniper Nest, and it's going to be a mid to B split. Don Stab, 3 players facing him, and he's going to miss a lot of those shots on the entry. Nobizuke finds 1, finds 2, and it is curtains for the pistol defense right there. Battlegrounds gonna get taken down. Ruthless attack there from United 88. 14-2 SK. This is pretty much been the United 88 show thus far.
And it's going to be really sad demise for Battlegrounds because this is the loser.
This is the loser bracket, yeah. So,
yeah, this is, like I was saying, the loser bracket round for Battlegrounds. So they will be, I think, the first team eliminated if they don't have any sort of magic that's coming through, and doesn't look like it. The push coming in towards the bomb site B, and looks like United is going to take this round as well.
yeah, it's just ruthless right now. There was a force buy in. It was 14 rounds on the T side, so it was either a question of force buy here with the SMGs or get the full buy, but face a lot of match points, 13 to be specific against them. Dahaka, this is just consolation right now. There's nothing he can do to stop this freight train that is United 88, and they will have match and map point to continue their run through that lower bracket. Battlegrounds facing elimination. They need 13 consecutive rounds if they are to stay in the GeForce Cup Pacific India qualifier phase 1. It is a tough task, but miracles do happen. Double scout. Is this what unlocks United 88 eventually? It's a fast push towards the B-bomb site, A-bomb site rather. And Dahaka, no armor. The aim punches too much. Ruthless in play. The scout's not going to do anything. And it's all down to Nightmare. 1v4. 57 HP. 1 smoke. No armor. No health eventually. And that was as fast as it gets, ladies and gentlemen. 16-2. United 88 might not have had the longest run in the upper bracket, but lower bracket, they just turned up big, knocking out Battlegrounds.
Like I said, the switch up for United yesterday, they played a very passive, kind of were on the end, was on the receiving end of you know, the upper bracket, and now this is a brand new beast that's come to play in the loser bracket. And congratulations to United 88. They still survive. They are going to move forward to the round 2 of the loser bracket, and unfortunately for Battlegrounds Chennai, this is going to be the end of the tournament for them. Props to these guys. They were a new team that was formed over the past couple of weeks during the tryouts. But hey, phase 2 is just around the corner, and maybe we see another iteration of Battlegrounds, and maybe it's a stronger one because they have a couple of weeks to practice for that. I'm hoping they get their stuff together and can give us a better performance. Yeah,
and all the people watching at home and they're thinking, hey, I want to take part in this as well. Reach out to the closest NVIDIA certified cafe. The information is all on the NVIDIA social page, so do check them all out. Visit the cafes in advance as well.
Yes,
if you don't
start
have
playing
teams,
in cafes, because a lot of opportunities coming your way, a lot of bigger cafes opening as well in India, which are going to give you opportunity to showcase your talent and who knows, represent your cafe and the country in Asia Pacific tournament. And that's exactly what the GeForce Cup Pacific is all about. It is to showcase your talent. So India, first time we are getting a slot to take part in the $20,000 tournament. So anyone who wins phase 1 or phase 2, the top 2 from phase 1, phase 2 will move to the grand final of the India qualifiers, and the winning team from that is going to be representing us at GeForce Cup Pacific in Malaysia in January.
Yeah, and the viewers at home, you stand a chance to win a lot of Steam Wallet as well. So don't forget to hit that share button with the hashtag FramesWinGames, and you might be walking away with 250 INR worth Steam Wallet codes every single game. So yeah, don't forget to hit that share button, and of course party up with your friends, get on your voice comms, talk to your friends as you witness some crazy action here at day 3 of the NVIDIA GeForce Cup India qualifier phase 1. We will take a quick break. We will be back with a lot more CSGO action coming your way, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back for the last game of the day here at day number 3 of the NVIDIA GeForce Cup India qualifier phase 1. I'm Shade Slayer. Joining me is SK, please. SK, first things first, Vito's done. We're going to have the third Mirage for the day. I think we're going to see a trend right now. Mirage, I think, second being Overpass, Inferno. Been outright the most played map.
It's like a Mirage Saturday for us here. Third map between Kryptonite and Area 1337. These guys had a dominating performance yesterday, and like you said, the dynamic duo of Mithil and Manan, coming into play and absolutely destroying the opponents yesterday. And also a big props to Anez, who's also part of 1337. Amazing opper, had some huge shots yesterday, but at the same time, they are facing Kryptonite. Kryptonite's first game of the tournament, so they got a bye in the first round. This is their second round, first game, and we don't know any of these players, so it's gonna be a little, you need a couple of rounds to figure out how they play. We know for a fact that Area 1337 just runs in guns blazing, and yesterday on Mirage, that was an absolute show of skill. I hope they get into that momentum and play like that, because it was very fun to spectate. But at the same time, do we have is Kryptonite going to be their Kryptonite and end up stopping the pushes coming from Area 1337?
So the game one that Area 1337 did have was a pretty lopsided affair. I think within the first 3 rounds, Area 1337 knew for a fact that, hey, we are the superior squad here. And after that point of time, we just saw them just rush up everywhere, right? Rush through Banana, you have a telegraphed, synchronized rush through mid as well, second mid. They're just running at the T's, and at one point of time, we saw them actually just sit all the way back up at spawn and try to deal up with that as we jump into the third map of the day. Kryptonite versus Area 1337. Kryptonite starting on the CT side, 4 sets of armor, kit onto AK, while Area 1337 rush towards the B bomb side, coming in from Identity, and he's just going to try and sneak the bomb plot in, and he's going to have to cancel it last second as the CTs come swarming inside. 2 players up on the B bomb side as Hindu finds himself a headshot, and it's down to the last player, KP, who's all the way on the other side at the A-bomb side. 1 minute remaining on the timer. Is going to switch over to that USP, and he's going to have to make that long rotate across. C4 firmly in control of the CTs, and Kryptonite make good on that B defense. It was a fast hit there from the T's, SK.
Yeah, that was a pretty fast hit from the T's, but Kryptonite answering back. AK God now with full HP. He's got the no armor onto AK God. He's got the kit onto him, and then Hindu right there with the armor, and he's got 3 frags on him already. That is insane, and he's gonna spot out KP. Easy headshot there. 4 kills to the side of I think it was, so AK got 2, and Sher had 3 kills, so that's a well-rounded attempt there. And now they're going to go into the FAMASs and the SMGs. First time I'm looking at Area 1337 starting off on the back foot. How are they going to respond, because their aggression was clearly shut down, and it seems as though Kryptonite was expecting that. And again, Kryptonite is an upcoming team. They have a really good PUBG squad, and I was casting in the morning and realized, these guys have a lot of talent in that cafe. And now they've picked up 1 FAMAS on the side of Area 1337. Demon Prox is going to take down KP.
Yeah, up at short, but he's re-peeking back across, does get tagged pretty low, but the trade comes in from Glorious all the way from CT, and the C4 is in the hands of Manan. He's got no armor, and he's got only 6 HP with the FAMAS. I think it's going to be almost an impossible task to even save this rifle, but 1 minute remaining on the timer. He's at least got time on his side. Let's see if he can maybe get 1 or 2 kills and work from there. If he can still keep himself up and running, he's going to make his way up through short. First man up is going to be Demond, and he's totally ready for it from the ladder room. Expecting that play across. 2-0 standard anti-eco. They do lose the 1 rifle though there at the end. I'm not sure if that was recovered back out. I don't think it was. So
it wasn't recovered back,
Yeah.
and now we see the full buy coming in. This is going to be interesting now. How is Area 1337 going to answer? They've realized that, okay, our fast pace is definitely been shut down twice. Do we slow it down? Do we set up? And I think that's exactly what they're trying to do. We got 3 stack on the side of A, but 2 guys already moving towards Manan, and Identity gonna move towards the B-bomb site, with Sher and Demond holding this site down. Smokes coming in, defensive. Still have a lot of utility to work on the side of Kryptonite, and the Area 137's crew as well. They've got about 4 smokes and 3 flashes, 2 grenades. This should be a fast A-rush coming in there.
But
We
Mohammed-
go.
oh no, he switches weapon there in the last second. Tries to compensate by getting that Molotov out, but he can't deploy it in team. And KP gonna find the opener. Manan peeks across, and AK God again gets caught in transit, and the CTs should have had the advantage there moving in, but a couple of unfortunate circumstances.
And this is the side of Area 1337 that we know, right? The all aggressive fort push, and then Manan's gonna just flank away towards Connector and end up picking. He ended up picking a person at short and nest, which was very vital for them, because it kind of gave them enough control. And under Palace, not much he could do there. 1v3 ends up getting 1 kill, but gets traded instantly. So 4 strong on the side of Area 1337. This is gonna be a really good round for them coming back into this map.
Not only is it a round win where they get themselves onto the scorecard, but they managed to keep 4 AKs up, and that's gonna be the tease starting to build up some economy as well. Sher is gonna be able to hang on to his M4. 4-0-0. This man's yet to face a single death in the server, the only one to do so, while Manan is sitting on 4 kills as well. It's going to be an eco coming out from the CTs, just the saved AK into this, and I think that was the lone smoke towards A main. Identity just going to continue pushing through regardless. 4 Ts here, angry. How many can he find? He finds just the 1. Identity does get traded though. More Ts pushing across. The pistols go to work, and Manan finds himself in a 1v3. And he's not even gonna find a single one after that. 3-1 Kryptonite. That was not your round. There was just 1 M4 in play, which also got traded off the get-go. But the 4 remaining pistols just get the work done, and Area 1337 are gonna be disappointed with that A hit. That was their round to lose, and boy oh boy did they lose it. And AWP in hand, AK God does get challenged, and Anais finds the opener. I believe that was towards the A-bomb site. AK is dropping low as well, does go for the repeat back out. Desmond up at short manages to find 1. AK God does get smoked out right now as Mithil takes a fight up at Con. Actually towards B short, which Desmond Pro wins. And the C4 now is making its way through apartments. There's no one here just yet, as KP is at underpass. Manan sitting in kitchen. Timond continues to hold his position up at short, as Sher right now gonna fall back from above truck. He's gonna go to jump spotting this. 3 Ts heading in this direction. Man advantage for the CTs, but it is only 2 CTs here up at the B-bomb site. And we already see a rotation through CT coming in from AK. KP is gonna peek through, and Sher couldn't hit that first shot through, and the flashbang is good, but Sher with the spray down's gonna find 2. AK replies back with the 3rd, and Kryptonite holds strong on the B-bomb site. Coming in late with the numbers disadvantage there. Area 1337 needed to find that opener quickly, but it was Sher there with that stronghold off site. And Area 1337, their economy is done for. They're back onto upgraded pistols, 4 Deagles, and AK God's gonna win that fight with that AWP up at mid. KP looking to be a little aggressive, and okay, There's kills happening at the A-bomb site as Glorious is gonna fall back, but the C4 is all the way back at spawn. So this is just an attempt to make some noise. Their Mythil though will get figured out, and Share takes quite a bit of damage there, but the second time around the spray with the AK on point. 5-1. Cheese do have a gun run coming through. Can they build out an AWP? No, I don't think they have the money for it. 5 AKs and a lot of utility to work with as well. 5 full sets of Kevlar helmets. AWP though continues in the hands of AK. He's been winning a lot of these mid-duels. Preemptive Molotov? The corner? What was that incendiary all about? Not sure. Throw an incendiary into the corner there. And KP trying to peek across through the smoke. There is Share on the other side, and the Keys have made their way in. Share's got a lot of work to do. He's gonna miss that second spray across. AWP in hand. AK God gets tagged low and traded. And this might be it. This might be Area 1337's way back into this first half. Another quick hit towards the B-bomb side. This time the player up at short compromised very early, and the honors onto Share was just a little too much there. It's pretty much surrounded by 4 T's swarming in on his direction. Finds only the one. And Mumbas is gonna straight up fall back on for the save. Area 1337. 3 AKs, AWP. They're not gonna look to hunt this. At least not spend too much effort. Anais though. Gonna still take a peek back out towards CT. And Kryptonite. They have a lot of money in the bank though. They're gonna be able to full buy into this. I think that's an AWP back out as well. Onto AK. Looking at the scorecard, 9-0-2 onto Share. He's had a solid start to this first half. Peek across and Anais sends AK God back to the grave early on the mid-off battle. As Demon, this has been an angle he's been holding very frequently though up at short. And this is something they should expect. Oh, Share finds himself 2 kills. Anais will immediately respond back up at mid, but having been trimmed down to just the 2 here, I think the Cheese are gonna change their area of approach. They're heading back towards A ramp. 2 players in. Anais down to 56 health. Manan sitting on 100, but has himself in terms of utility 3 flashbangs, 1 Molotov, 1 smoke. And that's 2 players up at A right now. Glorious playing up at Sniper Nest. We have Mumbas up under Palace. They should be able to flush that out with the Molotov on Manan. There's no one else here though. So smoke towards jungle and Molotov towards underpass. And there you go. The Molotov comes across. Mumbas can only flash and walk out 5 HP. Textbook play, smoke towards jungle, and they will go in for the plant. Anais though has taken quite a bit of damage. It's all down to Glorious in this 1v2. He's spotted out by Anais, and he will get the jump there.
And how did they turn this around? Because it was a 2v3.
Yeah,
right?
it was a 2v3, but like I said, that was textbook play there. They had the utility to work with. Smoke towards jungle, Molotov towards under Palace. And the player at Under Palace did not really have a smoke to instant take it out. He had to throw that flashbang and pray to God that the T eventually coming in. I believe that was Manan, misses the spray, but eventually down to a 2v2 post plant. It was the AWP from Anais beginning to sing, and this time they're gonna make a quick play towards short by the looks of things. We have AK God with the Deagle on the other side, but he's not too interested in peeking through the smoke though. T's moving pretty swiftly towards B, and we have Demond here alone with the Deagle. T's coming in from short. They're already on to the side. The rotation's coming through. They're everywhere around him. And the Deagle can't find the initial target. They're going to go down pretty soon. Manan finds one. Glorious alone. One Deagle. Okay. Identity. Glorious does get offered a couple of shots, but I think now you'll see the T's try and rush him down. He just has the Deagle armor. So I think at the end of the day, that's a decent amount of investment to take away from that last remaining CT. 5-4. Area 1337 now. 3 consecutive rounds themselves after losing, I think, 5 of the first initial 6 rounds. They've more than crawled their way back into this, and Kryptonite now, their turn to try and find a solution rather to this aggressive mid-take that Area 1337 have gone for time and again. On ace with the AWP this time. Uncharacteristic miss there, and Mithil though will be able to find the trail. Molotov towards truck, gonna force the share out of position, and ooh, Mithil needs out, and couple of kills coming through for the T's will move them into the B-bomb site, but AK holding the angle down from market. So is Mombas. C4 goes down, and do they have the kit? Yeah, they have a kit. 1 flash, 1 smoke. Flashbang out, and that's going to be AK popping out as well from window. Does get spotted. Quick pre-fire across, but angle's being held too tight now. And Mombas, every single second ticking there is against him. As Area 1337 level things up, and Kryptonite, quick B hit. They did have the inferior weaponry there. The 1 Deagle on site. There was too much of an ask there. Even maximum he does there, finds 1 or 2 kills. And Area 1337, they keep the numbers up as well.
So it is a quite evenly matched game,
yeah,
right? Area 137 and Kryptonite. Like I said, newer squad, so we didn't know how they play, but these are very strong players as well. Anyone that can answer Area 1337 at this point deserves all the respect they can get, because it's not one of those easier teams that you can counter. And but now the relentless side of Mithil and Manan are starting to show, where they're aggressing 5 pushes, 4-man stack pushes every single time. The Maze with that off, and Mombas is gonna find one with the beat.
Ah, never mind. They just
there
get
we go.
taken.
Manan's flanks right there. Every single time he comes to connector, he picks up minimum of 2 kills, and that's kind of is being very troublesome for the side of Kryptonite, because they can't rotate in, because Manan's just holding connector, and he's like, I got jungle, I got connector, I got nest. I'm gonna take down anyone who comes that way.
Yeah, and it has just been Area 1337 just moving from gear 1 to gear 5 over the course of 2 rounds, and ever since then they haven't really looked back. The first buy round coming through, AK though does get a heavy tag onto Anaze. A good positive start, but they're charging towards the B-bomb site, already taking control of short and ladder room, and that's going to pretty much isolate Share and Glorious here in the B-bomb site. 3 towards A, as there's identity finding AK God eventually, and KP is holding up Palace, expecting a backstab from the CTs. There's none to be had thus far. Mombas playing in from jungle, and the T's eventually start moving the C4 back towards the A-bomb site, and it's just Demon here right now, but he gets the jump onto Mithil, gives away his position. T pops out from Palace, instant trades, and the 2 CTs sitting up at B have no option but to go for the save as the C4 goes down. On the other side of the map, they're going to sit themselves up in jungle, possibly set up a crossfire in case the T's decide to hunt the guns down, but it has been textbook offense here for the T's. Kryptonite haven't really done anything different in the last 2-3 rounds rather, as the hunt is on. They find the first, but that's I believe Identity spotting both the CTs. Their Molotov goes down and they're burning down swiftly here. They're going to leave one of the Ts back as they find 2 kills there. Is he going to switch over to the AK? He tosses the M4 at the end. Would have been rough if he actually lost it at the get-go at the end there, but Kryptonite, I think they're pretty much guilty of what some of the squads have pretty much fallen prey to previously. Not really switch anything up, just stick to their defaults even when it is not working. We've seen teams make that switcheroo across aggression across the map to counter Ts freely moving around, but we haven't really seen that just yet from Kryptonite, and that may be a cause for concern moving into the latter rounds of this half as AK finds himself an open. I think one of the Ts pushing aggressively through short gets figured out. Share holding the angle down up at truck. Molotov comes across, but he's holding it off angle. KP though spots this out, taking only 6 HP damage in return, but the spray holds good. C4's down as well, and yep, on the entries they couldn't initially find the kills. The second time around, they Gucci. They clean up on the T attack there and get their first round of, I believe, the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, in fact, 6. First of the last 7 rounds. So it's been quite a run for the Ts. They built up quite a good economy as well. $11,200 on Manan, and they're going to have no problems reinvesting back into this. AWP towards connector this time. There is Bombas as well, providing in cover, peeking in towards underpass. I think they've got like a nice one-way smoke going there in their favor, but no one from the Ts deciding to challenge that from underpass. There is Identity hanging around here, Manan as well, but they're playing a much more defensive position, expecting CTs to be pushing through. Share, eventually he's gonna start moving up aggressively, but yeah, there you go. He spots out Manan. Quick pre-fires from both sides, nothing really to get any damage just yet, but the Molotov across. KP is gonna get hit by the Molotov in the face. He's just gonna continue pushing through. There's Mombas who's sitting up at stairs, but he's being spotted out as well. Identity charging through.
So that was a shot through the smoke, right? He just got information from connector and just pre-aimed at that. That's pretty impressive. And now KP gonna spot out AK guard. Gonna go down easily, and then 2 people on the side of CT spawn in Glorious and Share. But he does have an
ooh, Anaze gets the tag.
Just when I said he has an AUG, he gets the tag in.
It's a tag in through that ticket box, and Glorious is gonna be down to 12 HP with just the AUG. Kit, no utility at all.
He's gonna try and save this towards the pre-bomb side, but look at what KP is doing. He is like, I'm not gonna let you save this weapon.
KP knows exactly what's up. At this point,
he's gonna spot him.
Bench.
There we go. Easy pick-in for KP. KP read that like a boss.
And 8 rounds in the T side. Area 1337 is, they have recovered really well into this half, and they're gonna feel pretty confident moving over to that CT side. It is not time for it just yet. Last round of the first half. Kryptonite gonna try and pull a fast one with the double op setup, and Anaze taking the T-op towards the B-bomb side. AK God gets taken down. One of the op is down. Share though does respond back. Glorious finds one as well, and it's a quick round.
Damn, this is
as fast as it gets.
Very evenly matched game. I mean, this is what we wanted to see all this while, and finally, I think, even though Area 1337 definitely have 1 round upper hand, I want to see how they play the CT side, because they are a very rush-heavy team. Can they play defensive? Can they keep their calm? And we'll also see what Kryptonite has to offer now, because they've been hunkered down in these sites these past 15 rounds, but now they get to go on the aggressive, and pistol round did favor them last time. So I want to see if they can build off momentum from that pistol round and possibly, have an upset win over Area 1337.
Yeah, and on the this is of course I would say a slightly CT-sided map. I think 9-6 would be an even half. So in that regard, I think Area 1337 does have the slight advantage, but that advantage can easily get negated thanks to the pistol round here. If Kryptonite can find an opening, as 3 players are gonna walk down underpass. There's Manan sitting at mid. I think that's actually 2 play Manan. Oh yeah, there you go. Pre-fires across, and that's pretty much information given away. Identity is alone here as 3 players pushing in through jungle, and they're gonna find one. Manan responds back though with the 2 taps. Seems like panicking as he turns across, but it's Anays who finds one. Darren responds back with 1, and he's gonna be left alone. 16 HP, 1v3. He knows where the 3, at least 2 of the 3 CTs are, but it was a very small window there for him to narrow the numbers down. And Area 1337 holds strong in that A split coming through from Kryptonite in that pistol round. Should be a standard eco for the T's. As Area 1337, as expected, put money in. Actually, they're prepping up for the next round. As we see 2 SMGs out, mid aggression, cleaned up. Manan gonna find 2, Ana's gonna find 2. As yeah, 5 kills up at mid. Double digits for the CT side, 10-7. Kryptonite gonna immediately move back to rifles. 3 AKs. You see SG onto Mombas. Timeout called by the T's as they're going to take a breather here. Try and see what they want to be doing with these guns. I think it's a pretty standard that they go for mid control. Anays with the scout. Is going to try and challenge this. 8 seconds remaining on the timer. Big shout out to all the sponsors, title sponsor Colorful, executive sponsors AOC Gaming, Kingston Technologies and Thermal Take, and of course Nvidia for making this amazing tournament happen. Malaysia is on the line. That slot in GeForce Cup Pacific is what 25 cafes are playing for. And of course the viewers at home, don't forget to hit that share button as Anays misses that shot towards mid. Couple of T's peeking in, but I wasn't really able to land the shot on either of them. Glorious and AK with the AKs. Peeking in through connector, but it's Anays who's repositioned back out with the scout. Some utility spent, but they're going to continue pushing this. As KP pops out, sprays only good for 1. And that is going to be the A-bomb side fully compromised. AK is holding an aggressive position up at jungle as well. It's going to find 1 CT pushing through unawares through ladder room. And Mithel's going to push straight into his crosshair as well. Leaving Anays alone with the scout. Boosts onto a ticket there and gets sent straight back down. Kryptonite go for pretty much the same execute there back again. Mid take and hit through connector, but this time the difference was they found the openers. They find 2 kills that allow them straight into that A-bomb site. They drop the smokes, they secure that post plant, and it is that A-bomb site was under lockdown. There was no chance for the CTs rather back into it. As now CTs looking at their hold, they have I think 3 players towards A. Manan playing in from Sniper Nest, 2 at B. Mithil going for the jump spot. Identity sitting nice and pretty inside that ladder room. Share. Smoke Sniper Nest as he makes that push through underpass. Is there anyone at connector? There's Anays with the AWP, but he's looking the wrong way. keeping tabs on Palace, but as soon as he peeks out, I do expect Share to be pushing through as well. I think he's made quite a bit of noise there, and he peeks straight into Anays. He's not gonna miss that all day, all night. And the push coming in towards the A bombs. Oh, he gets caught in return, and Glorious alone now. C4 is up at under Palace as Mithil pushes through from jungle, cleans up 11-8. Tease, their money is in a pretty tricky situation right now, because there's about $4,500 on Mombus, but it's only 2,500 approx across the rest of the players. So I think that's gonna pretty much mean just upgraded pistols onto some of them, maybe armor on a few as well, in case they do manage to win some of these duels, and then they can upgrade over to the rifles with having armor as well. Area 1337, they're gonna go with AWP, continuing on Anay's identity with the M4, AK onto Mithil, AUG on Manan, and KP running things off with the M4 towards mid though. We have Anays with the op, and he's going to push up aggressive. He's going to jump out of sniper nest. Flashbang is good, but he's going to find the opener regardless. And up at mid, the T's can't really get anything rolling. Peek in from short as well. And Identity is actually just going to continue pushing. That's going to leave Mithil all alone here in the B-bomb site, and if Share can find the one tap, that's going to mean they get an easy chance at getting a plant, maybe more out of this round. And he peeks across, and the C4 gets dropped. And you will see that rotate across right away. Mombus hits a nasty 1D, but he's going to need 3 more of that. Recovers the C4, and ooh, Anays does get spotted up at Market, but he peeked. What? What? 2 kills across, and the third! He's gonna peek, and he's gonna go for the plant, and Manan comes out from apartments and prevents a disaster. Mombus there with the AK. Free haircut Saturday right there in the B-bomb site. I didn't get the memo. I would have turned up as well otherwise. But it is going to be 5 AKs back out, and just a quick A hit by the looks of things. KP gonna aggress up towards ramp, and that's gonna be an opening here in the A-bomb site as Manan close pocket is gonna find 1, 2, 3, and it's down to Demon just like that. What looked like a promising A hit just gets stopped right on its tracks. As there's 3 kills there up. Tease a little bit of indiscipline. They're not checking the corners, allowing one of the CT there just to go rampant. As 13-8 now. Area 1337 just 3 rounds away from the finish line. Kryptonite are a money, and they're soon running out of rounds either to work with. 3 Deagles, the P250 in hand, CZ onto AK God. Looking at the scorecard, 22, 2 and 11 on Manan. He's had an amazing game thus far. While on the side of Kryptonite, we see AK God as well as Share. AK God has had some good pickoffs with the AWP. Share holding that B site under lockdown, but it's just not been enough here as Anays back onto the AWP, back up at mid. No real contest just yet as we see the push through the A-bomb side. KP under Palace. 1, 2, 3. Reel them all in. Manan with the 2. And Area now just 2 rounds away from the finish line, from continuing on in the upper bracket of the NVIDIA GeForce Cup Pacific India qualifier Phase 1. I believe this is a round 2 or round 3 game. So there's just one round away from making it to that upper bracket semi-final. As KP, aggression towards mid, but AK God, he's ready for this push. He sees utility come his way. He's gonna expect a peek soon. He's peered in with the scope, AWP. They're gonna smoke that back up, allowing KP to aggress back up. AK is gonna try and peek in from above the smoke. Unfortunately, I don't think he's gonna have an angle through this, as the share gets jumped from short right there. KP with the boost finds himself the kill and an early advantage to the CTs, trimming the numbers down, and that's gonna send the 2 players up from B back towards A. I think it's gonna be an eventual A hit. They have a lot of utility for a full A execute. Manan at underpass. Anez with the op. Is peeking towards Palace right now. Is gonna boost up onto Ticket. Executes out and the charge across with the flashbangs. Anez has an open angle though. Does get quickly traded back out by AK God, but he's stuck now at the entrance. They've spotted the C4 as well. AK God with a nice flick across. Brings the T's back into this. Mithil, is he gonna push through? Yes, he will, but AK was ready for that aggression. And identity is cleaned up as well. C4 goes down and Kryptonite backs against the wall. Dig deep and pull that round out. But they need more. They need 5 more to equalize this and prevent area from hitting map and match point. It's a start though. Let's see if they can keep rolling though. How's the buy looking like on the CTs? Not great. 4 pistols scout onto Manan at mid and they just go swarming through B bomb site. Here we go. Identity and Mithil in position. First down, 2 down, 3 down, and it's a quick cleanup. No surprises there. The pistols, by being close quarter combat there, you need to hit those opening shots if you are to ever stand a chance up against the rifles. Double digits for Kryptonite, 10 to 14. Not done just yet though, they're not out of this. But CTs just need to find those 2 rounds. 2 of the remaining, I believe, 8 rounds.
Yeah, so it's looking kind of strong again for this side. So yeah, Kryptonite again trying to bounce back. I see 10 to 14.
Yeah.
But can they continue keeping this pace up? Because I think B bombs has definitely been favorable towards them. Ney is not able to hold this alone, but this time around he's got the op. He's got a very good view onto a paths. The
problem though I see for Kryptonite is they've done something new every single round, and that is how they've been able to catch area 1337 off guard.
So you're saying the moment they repeat a strat,
yeah, so I'm interested to see the kind of variations they have moving in. Anez there, able to pick off the first player coming through. We see the rush through from short as well, but Anez alone up with the AWP. He's at bench. He spotted 1, 2, 3 players going by. Spots 1, gets only the 1. The player up in sight is able to trade that. But look at Manan. He's continued to push across. Mombas has the angle, but he peeks around at the worst possible time, and the planter gets taken down. That's 2 players now. Glorious alone up at apartments. An almost impossible ask of him. 1v3 to clutch this. Smoke goes down and
damn,
opportune peak.
It was Anez again, right?
Yeah.
He just proved so pivotal for the side of Area 137, held the bomb side 1v4 almost. And even though the trades came in, I think Anez did enough
he got
damage.
2 kills, right?
Enough damage for them, and he stopped that whole aggressive push coming in, which meant that the bomb had to be placed in pretty obvious spot where Manan kind of pre-fired into the
of
smoke.
course, Mombas was holding that angle for Manan pushing through, and he looks
He
away at the
looks
worst
away for
possible
the
time, and the planter gets taken down. And at that point of time, it was Kryptonite requiring a miracle. Yeah, match point. 5 match points coming up for Area 1337. Kryptonite need to dig deep and find 5 consecutive rounds to force OT and continue to stay in the upper bracket, while Area 1337, these guys have had not a smooth sailing game, I would say, but they've won the rounds that counted. They've dug deep, they've found the openers when presented with the opportunity. They've not really missed any key frags as well, and they rightfully so find themselves in the driver's seat. Double op setup here, moving into round number 26. AWP on Unaze, op onto Identity, 1 at A, 1 at B. And the T's, they've taken control of mid as AK pushes up. AWP high mid right now. Glorious is there as well with the AK. Unaze is at connector, but he's looking the other way right now. Manan holding up at con with I was gonna say the bullpup, but that's a good reminder of the good old 1.6 days. It's called the AUG. And aggression. Ooh, the C4! The C4 gets dropped at A ramp. And that is huge. Oh no, Glorious now needs to go for the hero play. Is it gonna come by? They're gonna find one. 3v3, make that 2v3. AK God and Glorious. It's up to them. AK God at Palace with the AWP. There's CTs ahead, there's CTs behind. And Glorious goes down. AK God is gonna get Molotoved out of position. Up at Palace, they know exactly where the last T is. He's gonna take the peak regardless. One, but that is it. Manan seals the deal as Area 1337. They're gonna take the win there. A tight match, but a win at the end regardless. 16-10.
Yeah.
And yeah, with that they will continue to march on in the upper bracket.
That was a very good game coming in from Kryptonite, but unfortunately, you know, there's just too much of a star-studded like lineup on the side of Area 1337, like you said. But AK God, 21 frags on the side of Kryptonite, doing really well. But Manan and Unaze, 28 frags on the side of Manan, clearly the MVP of this match. Time and time and again, he held those connector pushes. He aggressed when they were on the T side and on the CT side. Unaze just popping off with that AWP, absolute beast. I mean, moving in, they should be really confident now because they have moved to the third round. So again, one more round and they will be in the semi-finals of the GeForce Cup Phase 1 qualifier.
Yep, I think there was a couple of things that went completely in favor of Area 1337 that eventually gets them the win. First up, of course, the rounds during that mid part of the first half. We did see Kryptonite get a lot of early rounds, but then that flurry of rounds coming through for Area 1337 meant that they ended with 7 rounds on the T side, which is really impressive on Mirage. And having won the pistol, Kryptonite...
It was 8 rounds on the T side.
Yeah, and in the next switching over, I believe they did take the pistol as well.
Yes.
And after that, there was pretty much no looking back. Strongholds on both A and B, and of course, Unaze. Just amazing with the AWP.
It's too good, too good. I mean, he stopped so many pushes coming into that B side alone, solo, with no support whatsoever. And I mean, props to the side of Area 1337. They are going to move on to the next round, and Kryptonite is going to drop to the loser bracket.
Yeah, and with that, we've come to the end of day 3. It's been a pleasure. It's been some amazing CS on a Saturday. What would be better? More CS on Sunday. We will be back tomorrow as well at 4 p.m. with a lot more action live from the NVIDIA studios with the NVIDIA GeForce Cup Pacific India Qualifier Phase 1. I'm Shadeslayer. This is SK. We will see you folks tomorrow. Until then, enjoy the rest of the weekend, folks.